Hello, good morning. Hello, how are you all? It's still warm, it's still lovely. I'm starting to look almost dirty with my skin, with my tan, being in the sun that much. Again, a lovely day at Felixstowe yesterday, although I wanted to go to Southwold, but I ended up going to Felixstowe. We're doing a power flow today, a little bit more sweaty today. We're gonna, yeah, that's it. That is all I have to say about that. So you can lie down on your backs. And I'm not going to promise stuff for it because I notice I lie quite a lot because I forget what I said what I was going to do. So you can lie down on your backs. Oh, look at Growl. He's patched up. He keeps licking his foot. So I had to put some antibiotic ointment on him to fix him up. Look. Oh, now he's got a blue foot. He looked like me when I stepped into glass. Oh, show us your blue foot, Growl. Okay, lie down on your backs. Stretch out and yawn. Here we go. Slide your legs down the mat and just make sure your back and everything feels okay. Tuck in your chin, shrug your shoulders back and down, and relax. And that's it. It's too warm to do anything. I lied. Okay. Bring your one leg in, take it wide like we've been doing, let the knee fall out, and just let that knee fall out to the side as far as you can. You can bring it up towards you a little bit more into a lotus kind of stretch if you want. Let that knee fall down to the floor. And then if you really want to challenge it, you can roll over to that side, press that knee down, grab it with your hands and bring it up high enough so that you can grab it. You can take your foot out as well if it's easier, and then roll this opposite hip back and let that leg stay as far down as you can and just hold it that way. Just open up the leg. And then bring it back, roll it back to the middle, slide that leg down the mat. Bring the other one in, wherever, let it fall down, opposite hip looking up to the ceiling. To the ceiling. And then again, if you want to challenge that a little bit, you can grab this leg. Oh, sorry about the yawning. Roll towards the side. You can theatrically roll over, it doesn't matter. Roll over, press that knee down, grab it, and then roll back, dropping the other leg down, opening up. You should feel that once it's open. And let go, roll it back. Bring it back to the middle, feet underneath your knees, and just drop your legs from left to right. Keep your shoulders down and very slowly drop it so that you can feel where it's stretching and twisting, and just go woof, woof, woof. And back to the middle. A few spinal curls, up and down, just to get that back nice and loose. And we're gonna do the glute bridges, but we're not gonna hold. We're just gonna go up and down today. So when you're ready, feet nice and close underneath your knees, hip distance apart, feet knees forward. Tuck your tailbone up and squeeze your bum, but don't lift up yet. And just squeeze and tuck. Like you're stuck in that upward tailbone, upward tuck in a spinal curl, and you're stuck there, and you can't move, but your bum is squeezing. So just squeeze it as hard as you can, but don't lift up. Now keep that squeeze and tuck and lift up to your shoulders. And then once you're up, do a very deliberate tailbone tuck, bum squeeze, rip, drop, and hold. And put pressure into your quads if you get tired. Squeeze your bum a little bit harder rather than going into your quads. And then roll it down bit by bit until your tailbone touches the floor. And release. And then go back again, but tuck first. Squeeze the bum, hold. Now lift up to your shoulders and keep that. So do the three check. Tuck, squeeze, drop, and hold. Feet and knees forward. Tuck, squeeze, drop, hold. Slowly roll it down. Keep that tuck all the way down. Keep that squeeze as well. And then only when you reach your tailbone, you can release. And then we're going to go one more time, or maybe 6 more times. Tuck, squeeze, hold. Don't go up yet. Now keep that feeling of the tuck and the squeeze. Roll it up. When you get to your shoulders, a very deliberate tuck, squeeze, drop, and hold. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your bum. Don't let it get lazy. And very deliberately roll it back down until the tailbone touches, and then let go of that squeeze. Shrug the shoulders back. Let's go again. It wasn't one more. I told you I lied. So tuck up, squeeze, hold. Don't lift up yet. Just squeeze and hold, because that's quite difficult to do to start with. Now lift it up all the way to the shoulders. And then when you get there, tuck up, squeeze, drop the ribs, and hold. Squeeze, drop, tuck, hold. And slowly go down. Keep that tuck, keep the squeeze, and only release when you get to your tailbone. Hug in your knees, and you can circle your legs, circle your legs in your hands. And we're going to roll up to seated. Stay there. Squeeze your leg and straighten out your back. And we're going to do the rolls again. We haven't done that in ages. So the first one is the simple roll, and you can keep to that one. Thank you, Grell. You can keep to that one if you don't want to do the straight leg one. So grab your legs, lift up your feet, find your balance. So you're rolling down and rolling up, rounding out your back as you go down, and finding your balance as you come back. So roll it down, and then when you come up, find your balance. Then put your feet down and roll, and find the balance, and roll again, and find the balance. If you want to straighten out your legs, you can grab your ankles or your calves, or you can just half straighten it out. Or you're going to do the same, and you're going to come back to this held taser kind of position to hold the balance, and we're going to hold that. So you're going to round out the back, roll down, and then roll up. Find your taser position. We're going to hold that, and then we're going to let go of the feet. Grab the legs again and roll, round out the back, and roll up. Find your balance. Let go. Hold on again, roll. And one last time. Let go. Cross your legs and go for a stretch forward. Just stretch out your back. And onto your hands and knees. Onto your hands and knees. Push into a few cats and cows while you're there at your own time. If you're going to cat on your back, so mine is a bit sore from all the kayaking and crazy stuff, you can wiggle your bum from side to side while you're in the cat. It usually helps to just loosen up whichever joint is feeling like it wants to get stuck. And then go back up into cat. When you're in cat, rock it forwards and back. To just get that final stretch in. Then come back to cow. And again, wiggle from side to side. whilst you're in the go. Just remember to keep your tummy tucked in and not let it go. And then back to a neutral spine. So your back tummy is tucked in, navel to spine, which is against gravity. So it's a little bit more difficult to keep that navel to spine when you're against gravity. So navel to spine, back neutral. We're just gonna take opposite hand, opposite foot out without falling. Keep the balance, and then bring elbow to knee, squeeze it and round out the back. So you're kind of doing a cat back, and then taking it out again. Bring it in cat back, taking it out. Straight line cat back, and out, and again. Squeeze as you come up. Let's go in, sorry. Squeeze. And one more. Stay lifted, find your balance, and bring it back. Hands and knees. Push into a cat again. Rock it forwards and back. And then reverse into cow. And wiggle from side to side. That feels nice. Back to neutral. Okay, we're going to take the other side now. Doesn't matter which side, just as long as the opposite side. Navel to spine, make sure that's tight so that there's not a lot of movement when you pick up. Opposite hand, opposite foot. And we're going to tuck it in, round out the back and push it back. The standing shoulder is holding you up. It is not collapsing. So keep that back and down. He knows he's going to stay there. And last one. Send it out, hold. This side was way more wobbly than the other side. Hands and knees. Just sit back to child's pose and stretch it out. Onto your hands and knees, tuck your toes under downward dog. And very slowly walk it out. Enjoy. Take your time again. Give me time. My calves are always tight. I know what I do with them. I seem to kick people at night when I sleep. Did I kick you?
Mm-hmm. Negative.
Negative. Okay. Now rock it forward a little bit. Thumb into the air. Start to shrug it back. Shoulders back and down, tummy in, back straight. And then drop your heels behind your toes and hold. We're going to rock it forwards into plank. And we're going to do that mountain climbing thing. So push away, shoulders back and down, and one knee in, tuck it in, and then the other one. You can really squeeze that knee in when you bring it in. And then we're going to change the knee to the outside elbow each time. So outside, take it back. And cross it over. Back to plank. Downward dog. Pressure into your fingertips. Stretch it out. We're going to lift up the left leg. Hold it there, squeeze your bum. Tuck it into your chest, bring it to the front of the mat. Oh, I bumped it. Push the back heel down, bend the front knee, lift up into high lunge. Hold high lunge, find your high lunge. So we're going to straighten out that front leg a little bit, just a slight bend, shoulders back and down, and then we're going to bend it in a lot. And bring it up, and bend it in. And back leg strong. Last time, hold that bend. Grab your hands behind your back. Shrug your shoulders back. Or if you want, you can just hold on to your elbows. You can do that as well. That's up to you. And then we're going to rotate. Oh, we won't be able to do that. My fingers are too slippy and sweaty. So we're going to change. We're just going to bring our hands up and rotate down. Hold that. Then sweep the floor down with your chest on your leg, hands to the mat. Step it into the front of the mat. Bend your knees, sweep up into chair pose. Feet forward, knees forward. Tummy in, navel to spine. Grab your hands together. Left elbow over right knee and twist. And back to chair. Knees over toes. And hands together, other side. And twist. Back to chair, straighten out. Take a nice deep breath in, hands into your chest, dip into a tabletop. With your back, hold that tabletop. Pivot all the way up again, squeeze your bum. Take a nice deep breath in and we're going to dive into a forward bend, wherever that is for you. Hold that stretch. Keep your legs slightly bent if you want to. Or start with it slightly bent and then start to straighten it out as soon as you feel your muscles loosening up. Step back to downward dog. And stretch it out. Okay, so we're going to rock it forwards to plank again and do the mountain climbing and the out knee and the in knee. So rock it forward. And mountain climb in. Shoulders back and down. Now outside elbow. And inside. Cross it over. Back to plank. Back to downward dog. Stretch it out. Hold that stretch. Look my trousers. Okay, lift up your right leg. Squeeze your bum. Tuck it into your chest. Bring that leg to the front of the mat. And lift up into high lunge. Find your high lunge, back leg strong. Push it back, shoulders back and down. And we're going to slightly stretch out the front leg and dip it down. Now don't let the knee bob in. And straighten out. And squeeze that back bum, don't arch the back. And then stay down. You're going to tip forward. And drop the hands down, chest on the leg, and step it into the front of the mat. Knees bend, is it okay?
Yeah.
Knees bend, stretch. And sweep the floor, lift up into chair pose. Hands together, left elbow over right knee and twist. And all the way back. Other side. Back to chair. Straighten out. Hands into your chest. Pivot into a tabletop. Hold tummy in. Navel to spine. And pivot up. Take a nice deep breath in. And dive into your forward bend. Again, bend the knees if you have to. Please do. Hold that stretch. Step back to downward dog. Knees to the floor, child pose. And just stretch your back out. What did Wendy say? Oh, it's work time for them again. We're going to the office.
And more when?
Today. Okay. Okay. So just a little bit of side planks, and then we'll cool it down a little bit. So the first one is knee down. So turn towards the laptop with the knee down. Go into an adjusted side plank. Lock the shoulder out. Hands into the air. You're going to stretch it over. So the point is the C curve. We're going to do that in a full side plank as well. C curve with the back. And then you're going to lift up. Leg. C curve with the back. You can put the leg down just behind you. And lift up. And C curve. And lift up. Take it down. Bring in that bottom foot into a plank, C curve, and you can lift up that leg. I can't, so I'm just not going to do it. Lift up, C curve, lift up, C curve, lift up, turn back to plank. Hold plank, and we're going to like fake drop the knees and then pick it up again. So you're going to be in plank, and then you're going to fake drop the knee, but not put it down. Push back to plank. Fake drop, plank. Fake drop, plank, and go back to plank. And again, plank, last time, plank. Downward dog, knees to the floor. So you can either just turn around so that you face the laptop again. Go into an adjusted side plank, leg down, the top leg just a little bit behind you. And then you're going to go again, stretch up, enjoy that C curve, and lift up. C curve, and lift up. And curve, and lift up, and again, lift up, and one more time, lift up. Then you're going to tuck that bottom leg back, go into a plank. You can lift up your leg if you want, but otherwise just C curve, and back. C curve, and back. C curve, and back, C curve, and back. Turn to plank, and if you wanted to fall like me, just go to downward dog first, and then go into your plank, and we're going to fake knee drop, push it back, squeeze your bum as you push it back, fake knee, back, drop, back, drop, back, drop, back, one more time, drop, back, collapse, child's pose. And then come back up, lean back a little bit, that's the time, lean back, lean back, lean back, lean back. And come back. So we're just going to open up our hips a little bit. So the tough bit is over. We're just going to do a little lizard hip opener. So you can just come up onto your knees. We're going to do it from there. at the back of your mat. Roll your mat if your knees get sore. Take your right leg forward and tuck your tailbone in. So you know this one. 90-90, and really squeeze that bum. So I don't want to see this, not that I can see you. I want to see this. Tuck, no arch in the back. Hold that squeeze. You're going to lift up the left arm, a straight line, and then tuck it back a little bit so that you can see your face if you tuck it back a little bit, and then bend over for that stretch. Now squeeze and roll back. Just open up your chest a little bit and pivot back to the top. Hands down, rock it forward. And we're going to take that front leg to the side of the mat, hands on the inside. We do this a lot. Keep the leg where it is and just leave the left hand and twist to the right. Bring it back. If you can go down, drop your shoulders. Do the opposite hand first because it helps. Drop your shoulders below your leg. And lift it up. And then turn onto the side of the foot and just let that knee fall out. You can't see what I'm doing, can you? And twist again, left arm up. Left arm down, right arm up. Into that leg. Bring the arms back, bring the leg back and step it back to knees. And roll back, lean back, stretch out your quads. Okay?
Yeah.
And then we're going to take, you will now see what we're doing. That was very professional. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yoga.
What?
Yoga. Do you want to come sit with us?
Oh, I'm already done.
Oh, we're almost done.
2 minutes.
I love your helmet. Okay, sit up on your knees, take your left foot forward and tuck in the right bum and hold that stretch. So you're going to lift up the right arm, shrug the shoulders back and down, then open up a little bit towards the right, and then come over towards the left for your stretch. Open up your chest towards the right. Squeeze your bum. Don't forget to squeeze the leg that's on the floor. Bring it back, rotate back, and drop it down to the floor. Take your legs to the outside of the mat. Keep everything in line. Leave the right hand and twist towards the right. Foot forward, knees forward. And bring it back. Now, drop your shoulders down if you can. I always grab my leg in to help me balance. And lift it up all the way to the top. Now turn onto that side of the foot, let the knee drop out, and then twist again, right arm down, left arm up. And back to the middle. Bring the leg in. Sit back on your knees into child's pose. Wiggle yourself down so that your bum and heels connect. Child's pose, shrug the shoulders back and down. And just stretch out. And roll up all the way to the top. Lean back again for that quad stretch. Again for that quad stretch and bring it back. For those of you who want to, you can turn your feet out so that they're on the outside of your bottom, heels looking up, so your bum is hanging in the middle. You can hold on to your foot, shrug your shoulders back and down again, and just let your bum hover in between your feet. If your knees doesn't like this, please skip it. It's not necessary for you to do this. Are you okay with this?
Yeah, I think so. What do you think?
I don't know. I struggle. This is an internal hip rotation, but I'm noticing I'm struggling a bit. Now you can hold on behind you, shrug your shoulders back, see if you can get your bum to go down a little bit. So some people start to, there's a sofa behind us, so we won't be able to do it. Some people start to lie down slowly. I usually just go up to there anyway, so it doesn't matter if there's a sofa behind me. You can see if you can go down. Again, don't force this one. If you have knee issues, this is not for you. Keep your tummy in and just keep this time. Just hover there where you're comfortable. I'm comfortable there. You can feel the stretch there. Try not to arch your back. Try and tuck your tailbone up a little bit, not a lot. Navel to spine actually more than tailbone tuck, just to avoid arching your back to compensate for the pain. If it's too sore, lift up a little bit. Let your bum drop. I luckily have a big bum, so it's dropped down. Got a lot to give there. And start to slowly bring it up to the beginning. Rock it forward. Bring your knees in and cross your legs, so opposite action. Cross your legs if you can. Press them down. If you can go into a half lotus, do that. If you can't, please don't. Oh, I can't. I don't know. Sit up nice and high. Take a nice deep breath in. And you are done for today. Have a lovely Thursday. See you all tomorrow morning. It's a shame that Google is back at work. Or Wendy, at least. I see Tanya still there.
I could work in the office.
Hmm?
I could work in the office.
Back at work in the office. Sorry, I said that wrong. They've been working the whole time. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely warm day.
Bye.
Oh, I'm broken. Mwah. Bye. Bye, Julia.